Hey guys, thanks for coming to today's video. Completely unscheduled, totally random, but you know what? I'm very angry and upset and triggered today. I'm gonna fix this. And I've been 8 days sober. So despite wanting to use drugs to cope with the things that my mom said to me, I'm just gonna take a deep breath and make a YouTube video about it, and where I kind of rant about my mom. So this is me kind of ranting and venting about my mom, and how she's been a less than great person in my life, and how she's, like, you know, never been there for me as a kid, either emotionally or financially. And then, like, you know, she just disappears when I'm like 12 forever to be at an institution because, you know, she's like insane. And then, you know, she pretends to love me for years and years, and then when I'm 29 she tells me that she hated me as a kid because I was a spoiled brat. And no, I'm gonna pause the video right here. She told me that she didn't like me as a kid, that her and my brother did not like me as a kid because I was a spoiled brat. This is the part that bothers me. They both told me that they had issues with me from, what, I'm going on 30. Like, this stuff is like at least 15 years old. And they basically told me, like, we didn't like you before your drug problem. So they can't just pretend that this is all about drugs and, like, oh, compassion, like, sobriety, like, we just want you. No. They don't want, this is not compassion. They don't want to see me get better. They don't like me. That was their own words. Since I was a kid. Before the drugs. Now, this is the part that bothers me. Okay? They don't know what caused me to be a drug addict, or what caused me to use in the beginning, or any of that. Who's to say all of the trauma alone from my mom could have been enough to set me off and make me a drug addict? Not to mention, you know, she's schizophrenic. Like, her DNA, like, you know, I have bipolar 1 disorder. Pretty sure that came from her DNA. I've never met my dad, but he was a black man, so he probably did drink and smoke because, let's face it, white people are like, they have like a stick up their butt about like drugs and alcohol, and like if they throw up, or like if they act messy in public once, they'll be like, oh my god, that was the end of my world and I'm never gonna drink again because I'm so white and I have a stick up my butt. Full offense, white people. Take full offense, please. I don't care. I'll offend you all day. I have lots to say about you. Like, I am the only non-white person in my family, and there have been racist undertones since day one. Like, racist undertones since day one. My mom, like, don't listen to hip-hop music, don't talk like a black person, like, it's a headache, it's a headache. And then I'll see her on Facebook posting, like, this black ally stuff, and I'm just kind of like, no. Like, no. Like, you are not a black ally. You hate black culture, you hate black music, you hate everything about black men except black men because you objectify them. That's not cool. Like I don't like how all of them are so fake. And she had like this Facebook post about like a drug addict on a subway having an episode, and I was like, about like some lady going up and hugging him to like comment. I was like, you'd be the furthest lady in the back. Okay? The furthest lady in the back. Scared for your life. Like, just the fakeness that these people have. The fakeness and the incompassion and the insensitivity that they have for real world problems. I mean, these people will go on Facebook about how they're Mother Teresa and they've never done anything wrong and their life's going so great. But then the minute they see an actual drug addict, instead of being good people and being like, hey, maybe stop, they like use it as an excuse to like rip me into pieces. Like, asking my IQ, like, I just cannot wrap my head around how they really, really think they're a bunch of great people, but are capable of treating a family member like such shit. Like, I have a drug problem. I'm I'm someone that society would consider a bad person. And even I was super nice to my family, super compassionate to my family. I would never be like, hey mom, it's your fault that you're schizophrenic and I hated having you as a mom. And that's how I felt as a kid. I didn't get it. I didn't tell her that as a kid. I wouldn't say that to her now. But you know what? They'll say it to me. They'll throw me right under a bus. And you want to know why? This is why. They think that a drug addiction is a choice. They told me that. They pointed fingers at me. This is a choice and you're just treating it like a vacation and yada, yada, yada. And to be honest with you, my mom's really manipulative, and I wouldn't be surprised if she told me all of this on purpose. I wouldn't be surprised if she wants me to relapse. And if she wants me to show up back in Rochester just so that she herself can kick me out of my grandparents' house and go tell me to live in a homeless shelter where I can struggle and face adversity like she's always wanted for me because I'm just a spoiled brat who has a perfect life. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And to see these people still on Facebook, still pretending to be good people, ugh, it makes me want to vomit. It makes me want to fucking throw up. Like, honestly, I'm gonna go delete my Facebook. Because I don't like those people anymore. I don't even have a family. Like, those people are dead to me. Dead to me. My brother was one of my best friends. One of my best friends. He's told me he's hated me before, back in like 2015. You know what? He's a silly dude. We get along. We like to chit chat. I've forgiven him. Then he goes, oh, what's your IQ? And chimes in with my mom, and they all take turns hating me. No. I was planning on helping my brother in the future, either financially or he's 27 and he's never worked a day in his life. Like, he's gonna need help in the future, financially, with a place to stay, with anything. It's, I'm sorry, but I can't just pretend like these people love me and have been good to me, because they haven't. And I'm not gonna forget that. I'm not gonna forget how they treated me. And this is just like, this is their last chance. Like, they had the chance to be nice to me. At the very least, okay? They could have said nothing at all, or they could have been nice and positive. Or you know what? They could have said something kind of negative without telling me that they hated me, and my mom could have not gaslit me and told me that she was going to throw me in an institution and that my aunt and uncle were having an intervention for me when they weren't. And Mom, if you were a good person, you wouldn't tell your own son that you hate them and gaslight him. You just wouldn't. I would never do that to someone. All right. I'm probably going to go have a chamomile tea or something like that and try to calm down, because as you can see, I'm really upset and I'm really sober and I have a lot of energy, and it's not easy when you get in like a negative thought pattern and you're just like, fuck the world. But that's where I am right now, so I just thought that I would share that video with you guys. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end, you probably didn't. But thank you for watching and caring about my life to any capacity. I really, really do appreciate that, guys. So thanks. Bye. I'll see you guys another day.